Churchill dropped a post, and in that post he mentioned certain things that got people like wowed. Like a lot of people were shocked, including me. I was very, very shocked. I was just, I was speechless for a second. Like I didn't know what to even think of the whole situation currently trending on ground. See, in that post, there are certain points that I want to touch on because he mentioned in the post that he was never married to Rosy, that what they had was just introduction, marriage introduction. There was nothing like bride price payment, there was not a court wedding, there was nothing like a traditional wedding or whatsoever. So he came out to debunk the old claims that Rosie is trying to put out to say, she's filing for divorce and all of that. He said he was never married to Rosie. There was never a wedding between him and Rosie. And that one got a lot of people thinking. So all this while that you guys were just doing your paparazzi online, it was just based off of the traditional introduction, the introduction you people had. There was never a wedding. And now he also mentioned in the post that if he ever had issues with anyone, that the person he had issues with was Tonto Dikeh. And if Tonto Dikeh ever had issues with anybody, it was him. And the both of them has genuinely forgiven each other and decided to move on. Which means he's trying to tell the world that he does not have anything with Rosie. The person he offended was Tonto Dikeh, and they've apologized to each other, they've forgiven each other. He did not wrong Rosie. He also mentioned again in his post that Rosie knew about him and Tonto Dikeh, that Rosie knew also that he had a child with Tonto Dikeh, that he was once married, but their marriage had issues as at that time. And she still chose to stay. Another thing I want people to underline was where he also mentioned that if Rosie weren't there for him, another woman would have taken that place to be there for him. Not be juju be that. My people. In all of these things, in all of these things, if there is anybody to be blamed in all of these things, the truth still remains, the facts, the gospel facts still remains that Rosie has to be blamed in all of these things. Because I don't see the reason why she was granting a lot of interviews, going there to talk trash, when you know very well that this person you are cohabitating with is not your husband. He did not pay a dime on your head. What was the essence of all of those post of anniversary or whatsoever? I know that a lot of couples, they post their relationship anniversary and all of that because it has become a normal thing that people do. They've normalized it. When you just meet a man or a woman, you guys started dating, because dating, as they've normalized this dating thing for a long time. You just be dating even if you are not married. You just have to start dating the person. It's a normal thing in the world. You understand? So when you just meet, you start your dating process. Then after 1 month, they say 1 month anniversary in our relationship and all of that. So I would not even want to talk on that much. Not to talk of, a couple that already has, 2 children together. So what was all of that interview for? What was all of that interview? See, men, see, fear who know they talk. Oh. Fear who know they talk. People wey know they talk. their moves e dey very very creepy, dey very very, see, all the kwa risky, e dey risky when you are moving with with somebody wey no dey talk, wey no dey quick to talk. Because in all of these things, all this while wey these things dey happen, this man has been muted. He didn't say a word. Okay, now he just came out also to address, you know, the whole, assumptions, the whole talk wey don dey go about, people saying that Rosy collected him from Tonto Dikeh, they once knew and all of that. He also came out to address that. He said in his word that there was never anything like that. That even Tonto Dikeh knows the truth. That Tonto Dikeh has never come out to also make that claims. That these things are just mere social media assumptions, and people just speculating things around. That there was never anything like that. Which I also love the fact that he came out to also clarify that part, to also debunk that part. Regardless, you understand. And if you really look at it, Tonto Dikeh has never come out one day to talk about this thing, but people just thought maybe, she's just being the bigger person, she's just acting mature and all of that. She doesn't want to talk, she doesn't want to drag, she knows what she's doing, and and all of that. But now the man don't come out now, don't come talk am. Okay, why am I making this video? There is something I want you guys to know. Say when man never move comot for where e dey, that place where he say e no good, so that place where that man say this place dey hurt me, e no good, if you never go test another place, e no go fit feel the difference. That man will not be able to tell the difference. If you guys see this reunion wey come back between Tonto and Churchill, you guys can see the glow in Tonto Dikeh and the joy. I know that she's been coming out to really show that she's happy, because knowing God is another peace on its own. Knowing God is another kind of peace that money can never buy. You won't get it, you will not understand it until you find that kind of peace too. Serving God, just knowing God. I understand that. But you see, when this whole reunion, settlement and forgiveness that happened between her and Churchill, the glow doubled in Tonto Dikeh. You can see the kind of happiness radiating all over Churchill. When he's with them, he's always smiling. This is a man that hardly smiles. Whether na shame whether na shame e shame reach like that whether na person na just the kind of person, I do not know. But this man will open his teeth, he will smile. You understand? He shows that he's so happy. There is this inner peace. There is this thing that was not complete in him, that he just found, completed. That this thing now is now completed in him. This peace, that joy, that peace, that rest he needed, he got it. He has finally gotten it. So now that he came back and to reunite, he just see this just shows that this man has been missing Tonto Dikeh and the son. He has regretted his actions. We wouldn't know what happened, the things that went on behind the scene between him and Rosy in that marriage. We wouldn't know. But you see all these fake posts that people come out to post, that's how they tell you people social media is not real life, my people. People come out to fake a lot of things. When did Rosy did her birthday? Yeah, did Churchill not post her? But in all of these things, Basbos they inside house, they were just faking it online. The real truth is that Churchill has found his real peace. Because he realized long ago that he made a mistake. And as soon as he got back with Tonto Dikeh and the son, this reunion came. Whether him and Tonto Dikeh got back together or not, but the fact that he reunited with them, he now have free access to his son, he can now go there and all of that. See, it's another kind of joy on its own. It's another kind of joy and happiness on its own, which he will not want to trade for anything. Hence the reason he put out a post to say, if he would have to, he reached the point that he will have to choose between his children and anyone, he would choose his children. Because this time, he's not going to trade it for anything. He's not going to trade it for anything. And if you look all around, you see this Tonto Dikeh pikin, na Churchill, twin na be that. Tonto Dikeh son na Churchill twin. No DNA is needed for this one. This one not be say na the, of course dem marry now before Tonto Dikeh get belle now. They did their wedding before she got pregnant and everything. And she gave to Churchill his twin in his mini self. You understand? So this reunion really proves that what God cannot do does not exist. Women, eh, stop putting yourself in a complicated situation. Don't put yourself in a situation that is complicated. I don't know how they speak the English. But not let me bite my tongue for this social media. Because this Rosy, according to Churchill, knew quite all right that Churchill had a situation already on ground that has to do with Tonto Dikeh and the son. She still chose to stay in. Why? She wanted to play the better person, the understanding woman, the better woman. Even on top of two children, the man still realize say where e real peace and happiness dey na where Tonto Dikeh dey. Even after they drag themselves on social media because of